So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go into the Tailwind CSS website to install Tailwind CSS. So this is the website right here. You can check the link in the description. And I'm going to go into framework guides, and I'm going to choose create React app. And I'm going to start from here. So just copy this, and I'm going to open up my terminal using Ctrl and J, and then I'm going to paste this in and let it run. And then I'm going to copy this next one. Okay, so that has run. So I'm going to paste this next one, which is going to create a Tailwind config and post CSS config file. And then I'm going to copy these 3 lines, copy this, and then I'm going to go into this newly created file, tailwind config.js, and then I'm going to paste it on top right here. And then we need to import this into our index.css. So into index.css, right on top of this, let's paste it in, and then we can run our server. Okay, so right inside here, I'm going to say npm run start. Now I should mention that we're going to be using a number of packages in this application, but I don't want to install all of them right now. So instead, what I'm going to do is we're going to be building up the application, and then when it reaches the section or the part where we need that package installed, then we are going to install it. I feel like that would be a better way for people to learn why we are installing certain packages instead of installing all of them at once, and then by the middle of the video you've already forgotten the reason why you installed it. Okay, so I'm going to let this run, and then once it opens up, then we're going to continue. Okay, so if you did everything correctly, then your server opens up on localhost 3000 and you have hello world on the screen. Okay, fantastic. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to add a bit of global styles in my CSS. So right on top of this, I'm just going to say set the image to have a max width of 100%. And then I'm going to go into the body, give this body a background color of hashtag F5, 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 which is a very light gray. And then I'm going to give this a font size of 16 pixels. And then I'm going to create a custom class called max width, and this is going to be using some Tailwind classes that I just want to add here. So I'm going to add the padding on the x-axis of 5 and a padding on the y-axis of 10. And then I'm going to say that for large screens, I want the max width to be 3XL, and then for large screens, I want the MX to be auto so that it centers everything. And then for 2XL screens, then I want to remove the padding on the x-axis. Okay. And just to show you how this is going to look, let me save this, and then you can go into app.js, and inside here we can return a div with a class name of max-width. And what should happen is that this text should move up to around here. So let's save this, and look at that. There we go. So this is working correctly. Now I don't want this class to be here. This is just a demonstration. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder inside my source folder called components. And then inside components, I'm going to create a new file called fetch articles.js. Now I should mention that it is possible to put this entire application inside one component called the app, but I don't want to do that. And I really prefer just extracting components when it is necessary. And I'm going to show you 2 cases where it is going to be necessary to extract components. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is right inside my fetch articles.js, I just want to create a function. So export default function fetch articles, and inside here I just want to return a fragment, and then inside this fragment I want to return a section. Now this section is going to have the class name of max width. Okay, just like that, close it out, and then inside here we're going to return let's return an h1 that says fetch articles component. Okay, and then we can render this article inside our app.js. So instead of returning hello world, we're going to return fetch articles like so, and import it on the top. So save this, and we should see this on the screen. So this is working correctly. Okay, fantastic.